Northeast people are called Sinkies, and Northeast people are Sit. I think quite often we hear a lot of complaint and viral talk about this. To me, I think it is to be taken very seriously um, uh, and could be considered as a kind of advice to the people of the Northeast India. The reason is, I think, almost the entire people in the Northeast are responsible for not valuing and for not respecting the resources they have, for not trying to develop the resources they have and not valuing what they have. I think this is the main reason why people do not respect, because we don't respect ourselves in these aspects. So I think so entire people in Northeast are responsible, and which be taken as a kind of lesson for us, that it's kind of awakening call, maybe we can consider like that. And then you see no Chinese or no Japanese who look like us are not called Shinkies, things like that. And before I tell a bit longer the issue, I also want to say that kind of dressing that we the people notice. I think it's okay to dress up in the Northeast India, because people are, uh, mostly it's a kind of dressing style here in the Northeast. But also in different parts of India, I think it's good to just dress a bit more modestly, so that it's easy to mingle, and then also not to draw attention from other people as well. In that way, I think there's a way to mingle with the people if we are living in different parts outside the region. So you see, um, I will say, I will uh, say this based on what we have in Manipur. Basically, what I notice is that the most of the people in Manipur, I think, fail to um, acknowledge and fail to appreciate what we have, and fail to cherish to bring development of our indigenous resources. So we are poor, and we are poor and getting poorer and poorer. Business exchange is different thing, but uh, living in a condition like in the way of always begging. I mean, you are going to beg to somebody. I mean, the person naturally do no respect in the human society, so they have no regard for those beggars. So the best thing what we should be doing is that, how do we stop begging? Do the people of the Northeast of Manipur do not have the potential? They have, of course. The only thing they have to cherish is the potential they have by themselves, by ourselves. And then, do we have the resources? Yes, do we have the resources? But we have to find ways how to uh, use these resources by ourselves first, and also can be used for commercial purposes, for business actions, to make money more, etc. So the difficult thing is that when we ourselves do not appreciate, when we disregard our good resources and our good steps, then I mean, how are you going to uh, sell to other people? The things, the good things we have. So I mean, you don't appreciate yourself, we don't appreciate ourselves, who we are, and then I think it's difficult to um, uh, seek others' respect. So first of all, I would like to, in my opinion, I think it's good to learn to respect ourselves, and in terms of what we have, in terms of the resources we have, which we can, which we should be finding ways to develop and use it in a regular basis, not only in the rituals or in the kind of occasional steps. Um, so we have to find ways how we can use our potential, our energy we have, and the resources we have, so that we become self economically sufficient. I think that's very, very important. And also appreciate just as who we are, I think that's a very important thing. So there's nothing much for me that I had to pay too much attention how I look to other. I mean, my face is what God gave me. This is the best what God gave to me. I had to be, I had to be proud of how I look like. So it doesn't matter how people comment to me. This is the best look I can be, So this is the thing, So I don't have to be comparing with others' look and then feel inferior. No, I think you see, we can reflect to this to other things like is the heart. I mean, that's true that people consider in the real sense. How beautiful you are. It is what your heart is. What is how you can do, how you can contribute to the society, how you can be a good person. That matters a lot. So basically, it's very important that we find ways to use our resources that we have in the regular basis, and also find ways for commercial exchange. At the same time, we appreciate the things that we have and regard what we have, regard who we are. I think that's very important. So that's something which I'm very much concerned about it.